And welcome to Gaming Fix. Not really sure what episode this is, what order this will be in, probably as soon as I can. So that means the second is after the first, but we're gonna not do too much housekeeping on that. But
Well,
anyway,
this is episode 6,900, 420.
is it? All right. It's like actually closer
Like three,
to
four.
no, well, no, like all of the gaming fixes together. It'd
Oh,
be
right.
like 70 something, probably something like that. Maybe 100, and I'd have to look, and we're not worried about that today. Anyway, um, so how did you get your game on?
Um, I've been busy. School has been rough, so I only did D&D and like mo my mobile games, but I don't know, those are not as cool to talk about. I play a pack of dinosaurs and I eat other dinosaurs.
That sounds
But
fun.
for well, it wasn't D&D. What did we end up playing this week?
We ended up playing Stargrave.
Stargrave. Yeah, that was like Frostgrave. You know, it's just basically like one with just different skins.
Yes, those games are very similar.
But
They're
there were some.
fun, but they are very similar.
I kind of like not Stargrave. I kind of like Frostgrave a little bit better.
Yeah. I felt like the ship was a little more aggressive.
It was aggressive. It was like trying to off us pretty hard.
Yeah. I
Anywho,
get, do
that
you want to
was.
explain that game, or do you want
Oh, sure, right. I'm sorry. Not everybody has played it, of
to?
course.
Right.
Um, so you're I guess for Stargrave, you're a captain of a ship, and I did a Bloodhound Gang theme. So the name of my ship was the Discovery Channeler. Um, oh man, my first mate was mate Banana Hammock. And what was I? I'm Captain Mammalia. That's right.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought it was clever to have that. I'm very fond, very fond of the name of my ship. Come on, the Discovery Channeler is just like on
Oh yeah.
point. Loved it. So you're the captain of a starship, right? And then you're somewhere um in
Yeah, that
outer
was never
space.
described at all. It was just like some strange planet or
Yeah,
something.
we're on a planet somewhere, and you use minis and you use inches to get to achieve your goal. And then you have a first mate who is almost as powerful as you, and then you have like credits to be able to buy a crew of people. And I don't know, I thought it was a little messy having all eight crew members. I thought it would have been just nice to have like just the four crew members, but it does make you very more versatile to have all eight of them there. And you have to achieve goals, but you also have to attack each other. And you get XP for casting spells. You get XP for a spell failure that gives you damage. And then you have little objectives to get like certain items or tokens, and those give you like a minor amount of XP. And then if you complete the task, like ours was to defeat the ship, right? We get a whole crap ton of XP. I got the most XP because I'm the most awesome and the most horrible at casting spells. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good base idea of how to play.
Yeah.
So did we want to get straight into the topics?
Well, I thought I'd talk about how I got my game on, but
No, you're not allowed to talk about it. Go ahead, dude. I'm so
it's
sorry.
okay. And I'll like I was at the same game, and my dice rolls were the enemy, like
Yeah,
more than anything. For some reason, all of my dice rolls that were for the ship,
you're trying to kill us, dude. It was horrible.
because all the way it works is each person playing ends up rolling dice against other people for their objectives. And every time I rolled, for some reason, I would get like a 19 or an 18
You rolled
almost the
so well.
whole night. And then it was my turn when I was actually playing, and then I would roll a 2 or a
Hmm.
4.
That's how it was for all of us, though.
Yeah, yeah,
Anytime one of us was a ship attacking someone else, I rolled a 19 a few times. Josh rolled ridiculously, like astronomically out of this world, no pun intended. And then here, the rest of us are rolling like I rolled a 9. I
right.
rolled a 1.
Yeah, and then when we actually did a damage to the ship, we found out that the ship was impervious, like pretty much.
Yeah. Like
I was like,
you
why
literally
are we
had to
doing
roll
this?
you had to roll a 20. You had to roll a 20
Yeah,
with your bonuses to be able to do any kind of damage to the ship. So,
yeah,
you know, you know, but I mean
because
if we
it had like
defeated it,
20 armor or something, or 25 armor or
I don't
something.
know, it was super
Stupid.
high. But Josh said if we would have defeated it, then we would have got like some cool perks.
Yeah, maybe you get through the armor like 3 times or something. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that hard, but
I don't
it
know.
seemed hard.
Yeah, I did.
Seemed very difficult. I was surprised because my move was, and I usually don't do this, but I was like, I decided to try and attack the environment, and I was told that was not going to happen
Which is lame. You should have been able to set that tree on fire.
because I was going to set the tree on fire, cause us huge smoke,
You can
like
do that in the game too. I was like reading some of the
yeah,
rules that's
yeah,
like applicable.
yeah, because I was basically trying to create a smoke screen so that I could move my figures where I wanted them, and like I picked just 4. Uh, I went with 4 soldiers mainly because of cheap and speed. Because at the time, like it was taking forever to set up the game, and we wanted to play. So I was just like, 400. Each of these costs 100. I'm gonna buy 4 of them, and I'm
Yeah.
done because I wanted to finish that quickly. But then I've also played some Empire and Puzzles, and our mighty group is now down to just 4 people.
What?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
man, I left
just
ages ago.
yeah, it's just myself, Mimi, Tex, and Chris are the only ones that are left now.
Wow. Dude, I had so much fun with that game up until like they weren't kicking people. Because like
Yeah.
people would be gone for like 3 weeks and Mimi would be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna kick them," and I was like, "Girl, kick them."
And then she just went on a kicking spree and everybody was gone.
Because
Which I
dude, I think
understand because there was a lot of people that were like gone for days and days.
yeah.
Yeah. So I understand that. It was but so I've been playing in the war, and I've been trying to beat the Titans by making harpoons, which it's really boring because, and that's I guess where we're gonna get into grinding, but like I had to get herbs, and it takes forever. Like it's not forever,
Yeah.
but basically you have to keep doing puzzles until you get X amount of stuff for the battle items.
Hmm.
And like I'm playing on this really, really low level so that I can just get my herbs and go, and it's taking forever.
Dude, the low level grinding stuff, I used to like I would be doing something else. I just put it on autoplay and like at some point.
Yeah. And but like it's funny because like usually in the morning when I'm doing it, like at 6 a.m. or whatever, there's nothing really to do. So I'm like, I want to just put it on auto, but then I'm like, what am I? Then I'm just gonna watch it do auto. So it's like,
You can put on a YouTube video, have it play like in the foreground while that's going on.
yeah, I
I don't know.
guess. But and then as far as I played Pokemon for just like a little bit, and I've been getting I've been opening packs. That's
Yeah,
about it.
I need to play my My decks versus your decks, because I'm gonna get you.
Okay. And then I've been putting together my actual real Pokemon deck because
Oh, snap.
I've been wanting to have that put together, and I have a friend on Whatnot that she sells Pokemon, and I've just decided not to sell Pokemon and kind of built up her little thing of Pokemon. So that's what
She doesn't
she's
sell
doing.
seashells by the seashore?
No,
Yeah, next
she
time.
sells Pokemon by the, I don't know, by the Alhambra. I don't think that works. Um, but so I've been like trying to put my Darkrai deck back together,
Cry,
and
that's a
it's
good
going to
deck.
be a lot nastier because uh whereas before I built it with a Celsius, or whatever the mythical psychic monster is, or psychic Pokemon, I've instead changed it to Mewtwo, so it's going to be a Mewtwo Darkrai deck, which is going to be pretty ridiculous.
Dude, nice.
And I've actually found some trainers that I got as that I was able to pick up really cheap. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. And I went on to Arena because I was hoping to get part of the Spider-Man stuff, because when I was at the store, it was really, really funny because like when you asked me to break a 10 to get a Coke, I was like, oh no, I might get a booster pack if I go over there. But I was able to actually not get a booster pack. But when I got home, I was like, oh, I'll check out Arena because usually they give the pre-releases. So you get like your free three booster packs of whatever the set is that they released. Now, what's weird about Spider-Man is that they do not have the online licensing for Spider-Man, which means that Arena is not doing Spider-Man. They are doing the same set, but with entirely different names for things, because which a lot of people were kind of shocked about, because they're like, so you guys wanted Spider-Man so bad that you like were willing to forego online licensing because you thought
Wild.
you'd make that much money, which Hasbro's been making a lot of decisions like that lately. So people are watching. It's kind of interesting.
Well, it's like, oh, I know Topps, but I can't remember the name of the other baseball card company. So like Topps owns the rights to print the team logos, but oh my God, I can't remember the other one. They don't have the rights. So they'll like take the pictures, but they'll like blur out or, get rid of the
Oh yeah.
the logo.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
Hmm.
I wanted to take the IP class because like I mentioned before on here, I was in paralegal studies, and they have a intellectual property class that I wanted to take, but for some reason the teacher always seems to cancel, because like it's been like for both 2 years that I was in, I would go, okay, cool, the intellectual property class is available, and then they would just not have it
That's crazy.
almost every
That's
time. So I
that's
don't
annoying.
know if it's the professor or what that was. But anyway, I didn't really do too much as far as getting my game on, but those things. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, we should get into the topics, and
All right. So what's the worst game you ever loved?
the worst game I ever loved.
Yeah.
That's it just depends on how you like worst according to everybody. That's the thing, because I don't know. I guess I don't really end up in that situation in gaming because I've like I do with movies. in fact, sometimes it scares me because like, I'm working on features and I'm working on different creative projects, and sometimes I wonder if I have proper taste because I know that there's movies that I really like that a lot of people are like this bombed, and I'm like, why do I like it and everybody else thinks it's
Okay, I gotta say that
not
about
good?
Waterworld. I loved Waterworld. I thought it was so good.
It was fun.
And everyone else was like, no, it's horrible. Well, I have the worst game I ever loved
Yeah.
was Age of Wonders.
Okay.
I've never known anybody who has ever heard of it, let
Mm-hmm.
alone played it.
Mm-hmm.
And they had at least two, maybe at least two sequels.
Mm-hmm.
And I played the shit out of the second one. I I played the third one all the way to the end, but I don't remember the storyline. But it was a turn-based high fantasy RPG,
That sounds great.
and I loved it. There was no part of it that I didn't love. They even had like you could, let the AI go and it would just auto battle for you. There was so much of that game I loved, and I don't know why I stopped playing it. Maybe because I don't have a computer anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if it came to like mobile games, I think it would do really well.
Yeah, that really sounds familiar. I'm wondering if it's the game that I tried to load in my computer. Like I basically asked when I had my store, I asked someone, I'm like, hey, what's a really good fantasy game? Because I was like looking for something to play. And they told me and I bought it, but it didn't run. Like it was really good, but it wouldn't run on my computer. It was it was expensive too. Because, like computer games back then, like, it's like it was $60 or something like that, and then it wouldn't run. It was really annoying.
Mhm.
And then you crack it and you can't take it back. But like as far as like the worst game that I've ever played that I liked. Oh, I know. Okay, so when I was a lot younger on I'm trying to remember what system. I'm guessing it was Commodore. There was this space game that I would try and play. You were supposed to be going around and going on these ship missions, but it was
Commodore.
basic. Yeah, it was Commodore or something.
Cover up
And
your age is showing.
yeah, and it was like I can't remember the name of it even, but it was basically you would like it had a button that you could look at the back of what your ship was. You could look in front of your ship. You could fire. I almost never saw any bad guys at any point in time, and I would constantly be like like turning my engines on and going forward, but I never hit anything. There was nothing ever happened. And I played this game for like probably a solid year or something like that, but like nothing ever happened and I would lose. And I don't even know why I lost. I don't know if I got shot or what happened because I never saw any bad guys. It was just like
That's crazy,
it
man.
was like the emptiness of space in a cartridge. It was really weird. It was a really weird game.
That's
Um,
crazy, dude.
but yeah, probably the worst game. Probably ET level bad. But if I mean we have to, I guess, give the obligatory ET story that, this game was so bad they buried it in a landfill. And
They buried it in the desert, I think in
yes,
two different locations, right? And it
yes,
had been a rumor for like 10, 15 years that ET, like there were copies buried somewhere, and people were saying like, no, it's not real, like that's just an urban legend. And that like two dudes went out into the desert and were like, we're gonna find these games. And it was true. They found the
yeah,
games.
yeah, they found a game. And they're like,
Yeah.
here it is.
Lots and lots of copies.
Yes. And it's funny, my friend, who, well, he was like the lead singer of Raptors Away, but he also was like he was trying to help out with Extra Life. And so what he did is he said he decided to do punishment to try and get people to pay more for the charity. So basically they could have him play whatever. And of course he ended up having to play ET so that that way they would pay him more money to for the stream. So he got more money for the charity, but he had to play ET. I watched him play it and yeah, it's bad. It's a bad game.
You know, I've never played it, but I kind of want to.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. So I know you have an idea of a game pitch.
I don't, okay, I'm not good at pitching, but I have this idea of The Sims, right?
Hmm.
It's identical to it is The Sims in every aspect, but it's zombie apocalypse. And I don't mean like a skin, and I don't mean um like a mod where, or like achievements where you can do this, you can do that in The Sims. I mean, they load a patch in and it is exactly The Sims. You build your fortress. You can only have like up to 8 people on your um property, and then like random events happen, and like instead of having like a job, you have like, your daily tasks, like you go out and you forage. I think you do really well. And okay, the part of me that wants to just build like a super cool zombie fortress really just I think maybe that's what I want to do more than anything else. Because I would spend more time building the house than I would playing like the actual Sims. Because then I'd get bored of them and I'd move them into a different house, but I'd have to build it from scratch. I would always start them off in like a 4x4. And then I'd be like, okay, I'm bored of this 4x4. Like they're struggling. I make a whole backstory for them, like they're a struggling student, and they're just getting their life together, and they can't afford. I'd make a whole backstory on this 4x4, and then I'd be like, okay, it's been like 5 minutes, I'm done. Then I spend like 2 hours making like a two-story house. Like, okay, this is going to be their starter home, and this is where like they're going to sell it later on when they get their life together. And then I'd make like a bigger home until I get tired of it, and I'd just go download or buy a mansion. But I'd have to mod the mansion, and it would take me like all freaking day to mod it.
Fun times.
But zombie apocalypse, I swear that would be a great game. I would play the living daylights out of that game.
I found my zombie apocalypse lair at one time. It's like a there's this place up in some overpass somewhere in LA. I can't remember where it is, but basically there's a huge um like bus depot type thing that's like on this cliff, and it would be really hard for the zombies to get up there.
Oh snap, you found where you're gonna live.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
If the zombie apocalypse happens like the second or third week in January, the best place to go is Disneyland.
It's funny, my friend had his answer about the zombie apocalypse. He said, "Well, if the zombie apocalypse happens, then I'll be ready because I'll be using my Jesus powers." And I'm like, "What Jesus powers?" And he's all like, "Well, if there's a zombie apocalypse, why can't I have Jesus powers?"
I mean, I think he's right. Because the zombie apocalypse isn't happening. Like,
Right. So it's kind of funny. He's that kind of way. We've had him on the show, and we'll probably have him on the show again.
okay.
Jeff Small, he's a interesting guy. So yeah, as far as what my game would be is I have a it's basically it's a mix. that I've been working on for a long time. And the idea is I call it ultimate gaming. And the idea is that it's a role-playing game that sits on a computer, it sits on LARP, and it sits on a tabletop, and it's all integrated. I thought that'd be a pretty cool game where basically you have like a it's a MMO, but it also functions in LARP and it functions in tabletop. And you can
That
take
sounds
your
awesome.
character in any of those places.
That sounds awesome, dude. I think I would love to see something like that.
It's interesting like as far as the integration, and it's like I think you're only going to get some people that do all three. Like I'm the type of person I'd love to do all three. Some people might be like, I'll do this part, I'll do that part, but I won't do this part.
And I think that that's one thing that the gaming community just doesn't have, like one game where it's cohesive, where you could take your character to any level.
Hmm.
Like, hey, here's my phone, here's my character sheet, or like here's my printed character sheet.
Yeah. Like they have integrated worlds as far as like with the LARPs in
Hmm.
different cities and stuff. But even that is weird because like one of the biggest integrated like vampire games and live action role playing, even then they still have a rule of, well, this is our city, so like even though we're integrated, we're not, because if we don't want this in our game, we
Yeah,
can just say no.
they have house rules.
Right. So with those house rules, you don't really have a completely integrated world
Hmm.
because, it's like I've got my stuff. Why doesn't my stuff work here? But at the same time, I mean, in their defense, like my friend Robert, who is doing the approvals for like Los Angeles, would have people come in with like a stack of index cards like that were all supposed to be items and weapons or whatever. And he's like, I'm not going through all that. I'm not approving everything you have. Because especially like some of it, it's like basically some people they would come from other cities just to roll smaller games. So, you don't want that.
That's not cool.
No.
You're supposed to be there for the fun, and if your goal is to be like the maximum champion,
Yeah.
I just don't see that as being fun. Like there are other ways and other platforms where you can, I
Right.
don't know, pwn the noobs.
Right.
Does anybody say that anymore? Nobody says that anymore. Where you could just annihilate and dominate.
Well, Malcolm Price says pwn noobs.
Oh, okay. I have no idea who that is, but there are
He
times
works
and
he works for
places.
us. You might meet him someday.
Okay, there are times and places where that's cool, but if you're going to be playing with other people like IRL, it just feels off.
Yeah. And that's no fun for everybody else,
Right.
obviously, because
I
they made a
mean,
character
yeah, they don't want.
they didn't be
Uh,
rolled.
there are caveats to that where like you're playing it and that is the entire purpose of the game.
Right.
Where you just like you steamroll everyone. That is a great time and a great place to just kill everybody. But I don't know, when you're RPing, it's just
Yeah.
IRL, right? It's just
Hmm.
it's just not it. It's just not it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of my thinking, and it was probably be my Wild Side role-playing game, which is a uh kind of like a different reality type game that is it's super future with kind of like it kind of has like more of a Dune feel, I guess. I don't know how to
Okay.
explain it. It's different, and it has some comedy in it and different things. I was working on it for a long time, and I haven't had time to get back to it in a while. Even though I have time, I just haven't.
You have to
It's
make time for things.
I
This is what
know,
it is.
I know. I
Like I
haven't.
have to make time for studying, and I
Yeah, so our next topic is mobile gaming and the state of it.
Um, I don't know. It's like it's I feel like it's just turning into like a big old cash grab. I mean, there's a couple of games that are like really like big, like a lot of people play them. So I assume that they have like a lot of whales. So I don't know. I They don't have ads. I don't remember the King Richard game. You've seen that one everywhere, right?
Yeah,
Like they don't have ads. It's a little repetitive. I come back to, I come and go from that game. Like once
there
or twice a year, I'll swan dive into it.
there's a lot of mobile games that advertise themselves one way and they're like different. And that's
Yeah.
drives me crazy because like I'll download it and I'll be like wanting to have that flavor that they pitched me and it's like something entirely different. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to play this. This is terrible.
So there's this game that I'm playing right now. I don't remember the name of it. I literally just talked about it, where you play as a pack of raptors, right?
Hmm.
You're the main raptor and you get like all these cool upgrades and then you have your like little buddies around you, right? And you go around and you eat things and kill them. And it's like, I mean, honestly, they are capturing the spirit of Jurassic Park through the raptors, so that's actually pretty cool. But it's just, you know, it's like they're promising you like the Eiffel Tower and then you get like a telephone pole, you know? So it's fun, but it's not as fun as it was pitched.
Yeah. I know one of the big games, I'm trying to think of it. There's two. There's Marvel Snap. Is it Snap or
I'm not sure. As a kid,
it's Marvel something? I can't think of what it was.
I don't know.
Marvel.
I really liked the superheroes, but I don't know. It's never been able to completely capture me again.
Hmm.
But damn, those cartoons, man, when I was a kid, yes.
Trying to think because there's that one and then there's I think it's called Raiden or something. It's the one that's like the huge online game that's like the fantasy style game.
Yeah, those games where like you have to join a guild and then
Hmm.
you have to do PvP. I hate that. Like I sometimes I just want to play a game where I don't have to join a guild, I don't have to do PvP, people aren't going to come raiding my shit and I don't come back and like 15 people have come and taken like all of my supplies. I've been so jaded by that.
Yeah,
I
I
just I just
understand.
want to play my game. I just want to get my own resources. And if there's a way to just completely opt out where nobody's going to come raiding my stuff, but at the same time, I'm not going to go raid other people's stuff, you know?
Hmm.
Like that would be cool.
I've never played the two big games, but I mean the couple games that I've played, like I play the Pokemon Pocket, which is a mobile game. That's
I
fun.
love that one.
That's a fun game because you get packs and really like the only as far as pay to play, you're just paying for like skins and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
think that's cool.
And a lot of people are perfectly happy not paying for skins.
Yeah.
Now, I'm one of those people, but that being said, for some reason in the Pokemon trading card game Pocket, like I will pay for the skins. I don't know why I will never pay for skins. Skins are for the most part pretty dumb. Mm-mm. But I will do it for this one. Somebody help me. I don't know why I will.
It's like I will do that with Arena, which is both mobile and computer, but like I just one thing is I don't mind putting some money into things and I know that there's people that are working and they need money to make these games. So I like to contribute when I can because I know they need, someone has to at some point, or else the game is going to go away because they don't have any revenue.
Right. But I mean, the bigger games, they have whales. I have
Yeah,
known people who would put $100 or more a week into a game.
yeah,
So like they're not starving for money.
right. I know. I
But
just feel that
only
way.
the bigger ones, you
Yeah.
know? Like the bigger ones, they have massive followings of people will drop $20 a week into those games. And I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying like why do I pay like a few bucks a month and I still have ads? Why do I have to pay $10 to get a game without ads? And then even at then, if I want to get some cool premium stuff, there's still like an ad lurking in the corner. Like I paid 11 bucks to not get ads on this game. Look, I really like the dinosaurs. I am borderline dinosaur obsessed. Borderline.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
I paid $11 to not have ads, but still, right in that corner, there's like an ad saying,
Yeah.
come play with us, Charlie.
It's just like the game that I play in Empire and Puzzles, there are tons of ads.
Yeah, and
Like constantly. And like if I want anything extra, then I have to watch ads. And they're repeated ads. So there's like no point. Like it's like if you're gonna tell somebody to, go to LA Film School like 3 times, it's not like it sinks in more and they're more likely to
it
get
does
it.
actually. No, it
But
totally does. Yeah, the more you're exposed to something, the more likely you are to do it or accept it.
hmm, okay.
Yeah, almost psychology degree for the win. I'm almost there.
Well, I don't know what to say to that, except for but even okay, sometimes there's like I've seen ads where it's like go do something that's impossible to do, like go to San Bernardino, some restaurant there or something like that. So that happens sometimes too.
Well, dude, why don't we just get into my car and we'll go to San Bernardino and check out the restaurant?
No. But it's just like I mean, to me, it seems counterproductive. I mean, what you're saying, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's still, I don't know. It's like just because if you inundate people with something, I'm not sure that that's that much value. Like, I don't know, to me.
Not my circus, not my monkeys, but that's actually there's a psychological something behind it. I don't remember too much. I learned it in my psychobio class.
Hmm.
And
But
then, of course, my little autistic brain had to do a deep dive on it, and it was like, whoa, that's really cool.
as
Um,
far as like but yeah, and it's not just the standard ads. There's also the ads for, buy tokens and gems and this and
yeah,
that
and
and
the ads
heroes
are
and
getting so much longer too. Like I heard someone say they had a 2 minute ad. I had like a 90-second ad, and then like you had to hit a button, and then it was 15 more seconds, and you had to hit another button, and it was like it was a 2 minute ad.
yeah.
Like they're just so tedious. I mean, this isn't like, back you get 15 minutes of show, you get 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes
Hmm.
of advertisement to go use the restroom, get yourself a snack and, race the clock and get back. Like these
Right.
are just over and over and over again.
And like I've had ads that make me play games to the
Yeah.
point that I'll forget the game that I'm playing.
Oh yeah.
And then they finally let you out and you're like, "Oh, but I was doing that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm going back to my game that I
Your
was originally
original.
playing." Yeah.
But like, I don't want to. Okay, 30 seconds for an ad. I just turned my phone upside down. I'm like, I remember complaining about 15 seconds because they used to be like 10-second ads and then they would be like
Hmm.
15 seconds. I was like, 15 seconds? Are you kidding me? Now like 2 minutes. What's the world coming to? And I get like in the grand scheme of things, 2 minutes isn't a long time, but I'm already putting money into this game. I've already seen ad after ad after ad. Like they have gotten their money's worth for me. I don't think 2 minutes should be an ad. I
Right.
think at the maximum it's 30 seconds. And
Yeah.
even at that, that's still too long.
Yeah.
10, 15 seconds is a nice sweet spot.
Like for me, they'll justify it like, you're getting the purple gem or whatever, so you have
You're
yeah.
getting the thing.
And the thing is like a lot of stuff to sit through the ad or whatever. So I guess that's their thinking. I don't know.
I get it. I just feel like as a consumer, I put money into a game. I watch the ads. I shouldn't have to literally freaking suffer through a 2 minute ad where I have to push three freaking buttons just to exit the ad. It's like
Hmm.
a progressive ad.
Right.
It's too much.
Yeah.
And then there was this one where, like, you know how like you would put an ad and you just put your phone down somewhere, the ad would play.
Yeah.
I remember there was a time where like you had to push a button like every 5 seconds. It was a 15-second ad, but I was like, why is this interactive?
Yeah.
This is back before you could play the games where they gave you like the sneak preview.
Yeah.
Tedious. What's next? 3 minute ads? Like this I'm
I don't know. I've played that screw game like
it's a fun one.
it is like tearing apart the house.
I haven't downloaded it, but it looks fun.
I never downloaded it, but no, just like playing the little demo of like taking out the screws and putting them in the boxes. It's kind of fun. And then the other one where it's like a survival game and you're supposed to cook all the meat for your soldiers that are supposed to go in and kill the giant
Yeah.
polar bear. I played that like 5 or 6 times, but that's all, within the span of my game, which is strange.
The span of your game.
Yes. So I don't know. As far as I myself would rather sometimes just pay an amount
Right,
and play my game and not have to deal with it. But
right. Because sometimes it's just too much.
yeah.
Like ad after ad. And I get that's their ultimate goal. They want you to spend, the $5, the $10 to not have ads. Because when you watch ads, they only get like 15 cents or something like that from you watching an ad, right? But
Hmm.
come on, dude, it's too much. It's too much.
And I understand, like, I'm totally, I freeload a lot of games, so I understand that they have to get something.
Dude, I remember complaining about the cost of games like ages ago when Yo Ho Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for me was the thing. Now, like you can't even jailbreak your phone anymore.
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, like my
Anywho,
phone's made by Google, so of course not.
anywho, so what about LA Comic Con?
So LA Comic Con is coming up this coming weekend, and myself and our correspondent Casey are going,
Hmm.
and it should be pretty cool. They're supposed to be the cast of Doctor Who.
Oh snap, that's perfect.
It's it's either David Tennant or Matt Smith, and I'm not sure which one. They're both ones that I really like, so I'm down for either one. And the actress that played Rose, and that should be pretty cool. And
Can I
also,
just say that the convention center, the outside of it looks like a community college. I have thought that my entire like forever. It looks like you're about to go to like I don't know, ELAC. I don't even remember what ELAC looks like, but it's like you're at a community college.
I've never that's a really weird comparison to me because like I've been to a lot of community colleges.
Come on, all that glass,
I
it
mean a
just
lot.
screams, it just screams community college, dude.
I don't know if I should tell people that, but I've been to like six or seven community colleges,
Bro, you was
and I don't mean
educated.
just visiting.
You was educated. I've only been to the one, but I've been there off and on. I don't know for how long.
Yeah, I've been to the one several times too. But as far as like that look, I don't know. Like it looks a lot to me like San Diego, but no, it
It does.
doesn't. It doesn't.
I,
Long Beach looks more like San Diego,
you're
actually.
right. You're right.
Actually. Whereas that one, yeah, it looks kind of it's weird. And actually, now I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking if that's the convention center or Staples. Because when I look at Staples, I'm sorry, the Intuit Center or the uh Bitcoin or whatever they're calling
I
themselves,
don't know. You
the
could just call it
suite.
the Staples Center, dude. I guess they're calling
You
it
know
the
where the
suite.
Lakers play basketball, that place.
Yeah, I still
Yeah,
call it the Staples Center.
yeah. They have it's kind of a similar look, but we're gonna be down there and also we're gonna be on the whatnot for both days. Uh Code Red Games on whatnot, and we will be doing shopping. I don't think there's going to be any exclusives, but we will be just in there. And if you want something, let us know, and we'll pick it up for you. This is kind of what we're going to do. Up until my budget, because I can't really flip things around, so we're doing it that way.
So,
Um,
what are you most excited about for Comic-Con?
what am I most excited? I don't know. I was thinking about getting a Spider-Man game in is one of the things I was really excited about. Which isn't really Comic-Con specific, but uh oh, one thing I always like is their video games. I like to look at the video game stuff. Like they have a lot of they have like kind of a video game incubator program. I can't think of the name of it right now. We cover it every year and it's really cool. They have a lot of really cool new games, and it's always cool to see those games and talk to those creators, and that'll be fun. Um, Last time they had uh, Hell of a Boss, which was kind of cool. So I don't know if they're gonna have Hell of a Boss or Has Been Hotel, which is a thing I follow on Amazon Prime that started out on YouTube, which is a nice story about well, Hell of a Boss, or not Hell of a Boss, but Has Been Hotel, which I'm the most familiar with, is about the daughter of Lucifer trying to rehabilitate hell with this hotel, like basically trying to uh, you know, find redemption in these folks, and it's a musical and very tongue in cheek and just a fun time. Highly recommend it. And it's violent, and the angels suck. So yeah, it was a good time. As far as, but yeah, that's like the things that I enjoyed last time that I was at Comic-Con. So I don't know. There's always something new that happens, so I'm hoping maybe something cool that I wasn't expecting will be available. Like one year they had battle bots. That was really cool.
Oh my God. See, that's where my autism comes in, and I'm like, it's too crowded for me. Like, there's people touching me. And working at Disneyland for all those years, it just like I'm worn out of crowds.
Yeah.
But because okay, I remember going to Anime Expo when it wasn't big. I remember like it was, Stan Lee's. I
Mm-hmm.
remember when it was Kamikaze,
Yeah.
like so many years ago, and people just didn't really care. Like it was the nerd thing, and I loved going because, you got to be among other people who had the same interests as you,
Yeah.
and it was less crowded. But man, one day I'm gonna go back. One day I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be like, forget the crowds, like I'm there.
So what we do is go down with me to San Diego Comic-Con on a Sunday because I found out that's a real crowded day, like super crowded. It's the most crowded. It's terrible. You can't get any shopping done, anything. You're going to the floor. It's just a horrible experience. We'll do that, and then we'll go to Los Angeles Comic-Con, and you'll understand that like LA Comic-Con is like small and comfortable
Oh, yeah, no.
compared to San
I'm not going to go to
Diego.
San Diego Comic-Con. Like, there would have to be the biggest, most elaborate reason for me to go to San Diego Comic-Con.
I
I guess
mean,
one of them would be what my kids want to go, but like that, they're too young. Give it
yeah,
5 years.
yeah, and then they'll be like, Uncle Frank, can you get us into Comic-Con? And we'll be like,
Yes, you will.
yeah. But yeah, it's a good way to get like hip checked if because if you like crowds, I'm sure you like people just
Love them.
cutting right through you, just like a stick of butter. So yeah, but I've never had that problem with LA. LA's been pretty cool. Um, and I think it'll be a good time. I look forward to it, and we will have coverage for it, and we may actually have like live streaming type coverage because I am trying to put together and take computer because we're looking at that as a possible solve for the editing problem that we're having right now. Because that's why, well, I guess you're watching this, then I fixed the editing problem. But
Frank. Oh my God. That's true, though. That's
it's
true.
true. It's true. So good job, Frank. All right. So,
September 26th, 27th, and 28th.
yep. And be sure and say hi if you see us.
I won't be there, but he will.
Right. So, do you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
I think that's everything. I think
That's
we're good.
everything. All
Yeah.
right.
Have fun at Comic-Con.
I will. All right, everybody. Have a great night. A week ago, I told you that my friend Mark Deladuka had a special exhibit with his 1,000 tanks, and we were there to cover it. So enjoy this segment.
Walls cleverly painted mural designed to give the illusion
This crazy thing.
of
Like a battleship on train tracks.
Oh, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Everything is the same scale.
Yeah, yeah.
So you take a look at this.
Oh, yeah. That had to be
I want to.
It'd be a nightmare to be on the receiving end of it.
Oh, man.
And you knew it was coming, you knew that, well, the sound, it would hit before the sound would hit.
Can you imagine how many miles of recoil this would have to?
Not as much as you think. I've seen video of that. They used that to blow up, I think that's one of the rail guns. They used it to blast an underwater arsenal. And I think it was in the Black Sea, in Sebastopol. The Russians were protecting all their munitions under the bay. You know, basically it was underwater. And this thing penetrated and hit it, blew it up. Yeah. I think it's that one.
I'm going to pick up another rock, piles of rubble, pass light again, yeet it down the hallway.
Goes through the archway and hits the wall. You can tell that the wall's off the light sheet. Every which way. Everybody take 3
3
points.
damage.
All right, everybody. Good evening. Good night.
Look at your number. You want to see if there's any,
I want to pull up today and I want to see if there's any traps. Okay, what's the range on that? 30 feet of traps. Yeah. Just traps? That one? Yes.
I'm still detecting that.
You not detecting it.
What kind of
So
data?
you got here.
Yeah, I know that. Now I'm gonna do it for secret. 15 feet.
15 feet?
Alright.
15.
Thanks.
You do notice.
It just got Alright. Seeing something new, Joe?
No, I just, it's just lying. You notice.
It will give me the general direction. It doesn't like
One of those things that just always surprises me.
You know,
Continue to look at this and, yeah.
he says just general direction. He didn't say direction, so I know that it's.
I have to
All
ask,
right, I'm
when
going to
that
know very.
fire,
So you're saying you're
how long
Well,
was the
you said it was going to be.
Yes.
I know the general direction. I just know it was like really. Yeah, that.
So I'll check this side.
And right there,
Come over here and
and
look
that
real
area is
close.
where the volley
You'll
is.
see that
So we'll
there's
shoot right
pads.
there. Directly.
Okay.
Okay.
These are pads.
Why don't we?
And this.
Why don't we just investigate this wall?
This is a recoil.
Does that simplify things?
Okay, so when this thing fired, this one, this one.
10.
I know it's there.
Wow.
That's why when people say this is out of scale,
You seem to notice the
they
sun.
made these extra big, just because they needed to handle the sounding that this thing was getting.
Line separation.
And these were spring loaded here.
There are no traps.
So
It's
this
about 10 feet above.
whole piece here.
There are no traps.
You just hear goats.
That would allow it to be able to just pound and not affect these. Because these are needed to transport the whole thing when they took it down and started.
I'm strong enough to pick her up. I basically walked over.
Now, this was used on both the eastern and western fronts.
It was used primarily on the eastern front. They used it in Sebastopol, they used it in Leningrad, they even used it for the Warsaw Uprising.
Wow.
Yeah, they used it on Warsaw Uprising, and then they moved it to the west to shell the Foley Pocket. But at that time, the Americans British
And yeah,
pretty much
still
closed
you pressed on the
closed
sun
the
and it
gap,
and
and
it opened.
this thing was captured
And what you see.
right after it got set up. And the other one, the Gustav, she was
Ready
at
to clean that one off and start.
Stalingrad. But
I had a lot more I could get out.
We're just going to go.
they dismantled it faster because the Russians were coming.
How wide is it?
So they scuttled it.
Being effective.
Wanting to take this is
So,
down the main passage or
as looking at the display here, what are your thoughts?
It is a very impressive display. I am actually taken away by the amount of time and commitment and passion that went into fueling this. I asked Mark, like, when I built models, I would build them in all different scales, 135, 148, 72. He has a very strong passion for wanting to keep everything in scale, so that when you're putting things next to each other, you're like, oh, relative to this tank, this Jeep would be this size, or this plane would be this other size. Even so much so that when he did his Star Wars model, his Millennium Falcon was also at a 1/72nd scale. So to see all the armor on the table like this, I'm just blown away. It's really fun, it's really enjoyable. This piece is probably my favorite one out of the whole set, because when you look at it, you're like, there's no way that this could be the same size and the same scale as all the other pieces. There's a little tiny room here, 1/72nd scale, with this massive shell next to him, and I'm not as much of a war aficionado as a lot of the other members, but they assure me that this is truly in scale and truly exact relative size to all these other pieces. So when you're looking at a shell that big and you're looking at a tank that big, you're like, the shell is half the length of the tank. If something got hit with that, it's gone. I mean, I guess it was used against cities and things. It's a massive shell, and I guess you could use it against ships and other large vehicles, but it's a lot to take in, and you could spend an hour here just going through and looking at all the details of the model. And then
This is like a ramrod of some kind, isn't it?
Isn't that crazy? I think
that's like a
probably
ramrod
the
or
powder.
Yeah.
So you have like the shell, and then the amount of charge you needed behind it to do the right distance. And I'm guessing that that's like a wadding or something, but
Wow.
Mark would know for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then like, you've got some in World War II, some in a little more modern, some of the Israeli ones up there. I've noticed that there's a lot of similarities to the Israeli APC in how it looks to the Games Workshop Rhino for Warhammer 40,000. So you can see there's lots of little nods to the modern gaming and sci-fi gaming, where they've taken aspects of the historical and kind of repurposed or reframed the designs. Even the T-34, the Russian tanks, are a lot like the Imperial Guard tanks in Warhammer 40K. So it's really cool, because I didn't know all the World War II stuff, so I'm seeing it going backwards. I'm going from the future 40K universe and then seeing, hey wait, that looks like this. Hey wait, that looks like that. And of course, they borrowed from real historical tanks. The silhouette and the shape. I think you had even pointed out, like looking at one of the APCs from the top, it looks like a Corvette. Like you're right. When you look at it top down, the silhouette, the profile, it's just amazing.
Well, thank you.
It's well worth a visit and well worth coming out to see this. So if you have any of your viewers that haven't seen it, I'd encourage them to come on down. It's still going to be open for a few more days. And a lot of stuff to see.
Sounds good.
Best of all, it's free.
So, Sean, what are your thoughts about this exhibit tonight?
Well, this is the most incredible display, of course. I've known Mark for many, many years, and I think I've seen his collection probably from about 500 models grow over the years until this amazing milestone of 1,000 armor models, just all in one huge collection. And all along the way, he's always been excited. Every new milestone he's reached, it just keeps going. I'm especially impressed. You ask him about any individual one of these models, he can tell you everything everything about it. He knows what vehicle it is, where it was used, when it was used, what makes it distinct from all of the others that sometimes not just like it, but he knows those differences. And I've seen, I think, where are those? Right there, there's the row. About 8 or 9 Jeeps. To me, I'm thinking Jeeps. They all look the same. No, they are not the same. There is something distinctive about every single one of those, and that's why they're in Mark's collection. I mean, I know some guys have just a massive collection of, say, Shermans, but you're building, some of them are just battalions of the same mark, just different markings, but the same mark. No, everything in Mark's collection is a different version. So very, very little, if any of this, is the same version twice. Even if it's, quote, the same version in 2 different markings, different nations, there's a couple of little unique pieces to them. Everything here, nothing is a straight up duplicate. This isn't just mass production of the same thing over and over again. And that's one of the things that I think is most impressive about Mark's collection.
All right, well, thanks for taking your time. Appreciate it. All right.
All right, what's everybody saying about it first before we start? What do we, like, what's the plan? What do you want?
Just be honest. Just
No,
let me know.
Are we talking about Mark? Are we talking about the models themselves? What's everybody saying?
I'm just going to ask you a real simple. Yeah.
Cool, we're good. I'm ready.
Okay. So, what did you think about the display?
It's pretty stunning. There's so much going on. To get all that done in a lifetime is hard for me to imagine. But he's been at that since, how old? I don't even remember. Since he was a little kid. 7 years old.
Yeah.
I think I built my first model when I was about 8 or 9. And I still have it because it's kind of a disaster. But he had beautiful models, even when he was 7. It blows me away, really.
All right, thanks.
My favorite thing about his collection is it's like a catalog of everything that's ever been done in 1/72nd scale. And it's fun to see what all those boxes contain that you would see at the hobby store. I remember a lot of those models when I was a kid, and I never had the money or the time to build them all, but he did, and it's phenomenal to see them all in one place. It's like a history of plastic modeling for the last 40 years. Really amazing. Glad I got to see it.
Awesome. So, what are your thoughts about the display here tonight?
That is an impressive display. This guy has clearly been very dedicated to what he has been collecting, and I like the way that he broke it up by country. It's cool to see it by country and by nation. It's a cool way to display it, and it's a cool display.
All right, thanks.